hello. This is going to be a little bit different, and I'm super excited because I don't know what I'm doing, frankly. This is the Zelda Switch 2 app here, and I'm actually recording it from my phone, thankfully. I think we're roughly going to be able to do this such that we can do both of the voice memories and the actual in-game memories in order. I don't necessarily know if they have an order. Like, I don't know. I cannot tell. But you can see it says searching for voice memory. It's a little bit annoying to set up, but it's actually really cool. I'm very, very excited to kind of show a lot of this off and actually be able to get a lot of the memories for both the base game and also this memory thing like as well. I think it's very fun. I'm very excited. There is actually one memory I already did, so that's useful.
Hyrule Castle was here on the Great Plateau in ancient times and is still under the protection of the kingdom. Father has decreed that the people are free to worship at the Temple of Time. Barring that, however, only the royal family may enter here. I imagine that is because the royal family still has many connections to this area.
Yeah, so it's interesting because, like, as she says, actually, this is why the Great Plateau even exists at all, frankly, which I think is really interesting. What I might do here is I might actually just go back to the beginning and start from the very top of things, and we'll see. I assume there's probably a memory here. It might be the very last one. I have no idea. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. Because I know the order of the actual memories in the game, but I don't necessarily know. Okay, so we have a voice memory here. Okay, that's what you hear for that little blinking sound effect. Ah, there we go. Cool.
Many ancient relics of the Sheikah were considered dangerous and were therefore entombed in darkness by the King of Hyrule long ago. In particular, the Shrine of Resurrection was considered especially dangerous, as it controls people's fates. It was kept under close watch by the royal family. Now that recent investigations into the divine beasts have revealed that this shrine was built in preparation against the calamity, however, we should move forward with its study.
Okay. I don't know which one that even was, to be honest. I'm going to yap a little bit more about these as we go along. I don't think that was necessarily something that was really all that revealing, because I feel like that's information that we kind of already know. I wonder if she has actually anything to say about this little spot here where we first meet the old man. You know, I do kind of want to do these in order, so I think I might go to the castle, to be honest. I assume that the first one is in her study or in her bedroom. I don't necessarily know which one, but I'll have to figure that out. Oh, we got a memory already, jeez.
I've heard the docks were originally built as an escape route for emergencies. Now, instead, it serves as a bustling hub for merchants and fishers.
Huh.
I've not seen that large brazier lit before. I wonder if there is a reason for it.
I'm sure there is. I assume that she's gonna have one in the library as well. I think every single part of the castle, to be honest, is probably some sort of memory here. We're gonna have to deal with these guys really quickly here. Oh, never mind. Well done.
Books from all around Hyrule live here in this library. As such, it is a critical place for conducting research, but Father has forbidden entry. Guards are on constant watch just outside the entrance. So, for now, it's best to enter using the hidden passage from the docks.
Okay. So she clearly knows her way around the castle. And you say something about the dining hall?
The dining hall is occasionally used for grand banquets. I cannot say I enjoy the looks other attendees give me. They are always ones of expectation and disappointment. No. But whenever I feel such pressure, I fix my eyes on the knight who stands at the entrance to the hall. His unchanging nature is a welcome relief to me.
Oh man, some of the best weapons and shields in the game here. Yeah, shield guard plus 20, that is as good as the Highland shield, rest in peace. I really hope I don't accidentally trigger the memory here while I'm in the middle of combat. So that would be awkward.
Ah, the observation room. Father would often stand here, looking with kind eyes down upon the bustling town below. I recall him saying, "One cannot rule a country without knowing its people."
I mean, one could also say that about his own daughter, which I don't think he really necessarily even did a good job of actually. Oh boy. Huh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, so it's like, okay, right. You know, I have a hard time believing that he actually gives a shit about his people when he treats his own daughter like you know, I understand the weight of responsibility is a major theme of the game and whatnot too, and especially the memories, as we will soon see. Like, I don't dispute that at all. Like, I understand that as a major theme of the game, don't get me wrong, like, I get it. I do believe there's something down here. I don't remember exactly what. Oh god, it's covered by the goop though, which is unfortunate.
Despite the lovely bed prepared for me here in my room, I cannot remember the last time I was able to sleep the night through. I suppose it's to be expected. If what was prophesied holds true, there is little time left.
Oh no. Yeah, poor Zelda though, my god. Now, I believe there is a memory up here. This is Zelda's study, okay.
This place was originally used as a watchtower, but I've repurposed it into my own study. It's perfect for conducting my studies away from Father's prying eyes. At the moment, I'm learning about ancient relics, as well as the preservation of endangered species.
Oh. Oh, it's the Silent Princess. That's very lovely. Okay, yeah. Is he talking about the... Oh, no. Don't. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Zelda. Really? You're gonna really make me do this?
The purpose of a gatehouse such as this is to allow enemy soldiers in, only to seal the entrance shut, cutting them off from their forces before wiping them out entirely. Over its long history, the first gatehouse has never been breached.
That's gonna be me in a second here. Okay, I understand now. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Mamma mia. I did not want to fight a Lionel here, but you know what? It's fine. Oh, the Sanctum is absolutely gonna be one of them, though. That's the thing. I don't understand how we're supposed to even, like... you know, do anything about that. So normally the entrance to the castle is around here, I think. This has to be it, right? Nice, we got the Sneak Strike. Again, the Sneak Strike is so generous in this game. It's really honestly quite bizarre.
Among the many overlooks, this is my favorite. I remember spending time with Mother here.
Aww.
Back then, Father still laughed. Frequently. I wonder if the day will come when we can laugh together like that again.
Oh. Oh no. No, that's sad. Stop that. You stop that. Oh no. Okay, hang on. I'm really hoping that the memory doesn't come up. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, fine.
We are fortunate that so many aspiring soldiers have come to our aid from many different settlements. The guard's chamber is so crowded now that the sound of clashing swords seems unending. I, too, must contribute as best I can during these times.
You're trying your best, and I appreciate that. You appreciate that. Oh no. No. No, why? Oh god, okay. He has a very strong weapon. You see, this is how intimidating the castle should be. Alright, we're good. Royguard's Claymore, 72 damage. That is amazing. You know, I should have gone to the castle more often. If I had known that we were going to get so many good weapons from this, if we just went here, it would have been great. I think the gate is definitely going to be one of them, I think. I have a feeling, to be honest. That's what the first one is.
I understand that the gates of Hyrule Castle are being built in preparation for the Calamity. At the moment, Sheikah researchers and skilled Goron blacksmiths are working together and have gathered within the castle walls. It's clear to me that Father is taking the threat of the Calamity seriously.
Yeah. Okay, so that's memory number 1. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit distracted here because I do intend on getting the Hyrule Castle town ruins while the Guardians are cleared out here.
This is the center of Castle Town, otherwise known as Central Square. The fountain area is crowded with people and vendors. It's always so lively. The mood and sense here sometimes cause a wave of nostalgia in me, reminding me of the flower crown Mother bought me here when I was little.
Aww. No, stop making me sad. You have no right to make me sad. I don't even think I've been to Hyrule Cathedral, technically. But I am curious to see what Zelda says about that.
Hyrule Cathedral. When I was small, I used to imitate how Mother prayed when she came here. I should have watched her more closely. Or, no. Perhaps instead, I must find my own prayer.
Find your own prayer. The thing I love about the story of this game is that it is genuinely, like... I was thinking about it while I was driving the other day. It's like, it is extremely subversive in that, you know, Normally in fantasy stories, we expect people that are born with divine power to be able to handle it right away. They are the chosen one, they are the ones that are able to use their power, blah 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 blah. Like, this game very much flips it on its head, where it's like, one of the main characters of the game, actually, in fact, the title character of the game, she very much struggles with actually being able to harness and use that power. And the expectations, the weight of that, of being that chosen one, of being the one that is going to stop the calamity, or the one who is destined to even to stop the calamity, I think is a really interesting point. And I think it really, like, it drives home a lot of, you know, and I hope that these memories will actually, like, show it, is that this is just a, like, a teenage, you know, a young adult, basically. It's just a girl, frankly. Like, it's sad to see the weight of her entire kingdom be put on her shoulders. I think that is really just the tragedy of it. It is a tragedy, frankly. Like, it is. I think there are a couple others that I can grab here. Obviously, this will be where we go next to get the first actual memory in the game. But I think there's a couple, like, we can go to the prison, we can go to the Sanctum, I think should be last. Just because I don't want to I know I'm going to trigger the cutscene with fighting Ganon again, and that's not necessarily something I really want to do. I'm just trying to get this out of the way because I have most of in fact all of Castletown cleared out of Guardians. So that is actually really nice. It's nice to just kind of exist in this space, as it were. A space that once was. You know, I do really, really like Age of Calamity quite a bit. But I feel like as though it did go off script very, very heavily. And I think that is extremely disappointing.
Beyond the moat bridge lies a prison where those who have committed grave crimes are sent. Ever since I was small, I have been forbidden to cross here.
Okay, sorry Zelda, hang on 1 second here. I gotta deal with these fucking annoying shits. Okay. Yeah, I think hearing her talk about her mom always makes me really sad, frankly. Hearing Rome talk about his wife in that case too, and Zelda talk about her mother is just like, her mother was also part of this cycle in a way. But her mother, thankfully, was not necessarily burdened with having to deal with the ramifications of said cycle. She didn't have to deal with the violence and the, you know, the feud between Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda. Like, that's just not something that she had to deal with, but her daughter had to deal with it too, and it's like, oof. So I believe that there's the park here. I have to be mindful because I think a blood moon is about to happen, if not, like, right now. Oh, look at that. That's lovely.
It is said that Hyrule Forest Park began with a single tree planted by the first king and queen of Hyrule. Since then, a tree has been planted each time the throne is succeeded, and now they make up this thriving woodland.
Aw, Sorara and Sonia, that's cute. Something I know I've talked about before is this idea that the game design is really, really good when it comes to emphasizing the fact that Hyrule Field, as it stands, is a no man's land of a war that was fought 100 years ago. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Basically, it's just like nothing but giant robotic guardians here, and I think that's amazing. No notes, absolutely none. So I believe there's a memory, and a voice memory, and probably a normal memory here.
Hero of Hyrule, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. You have shown unflinching bravery and skill in the face of darkness and adversity, and have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia. Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero. We pray for your protection, and we hope that the two of you will grow stronger together as one. Forged in the long distant past, the sword.
Gee, this is uplifting. She's making it sound like we already lost.
Wasn't this your idea? You're the one who wanted to designate the appointed night with all the ceremonial pomp, grandeur, and
oh god, I
nonsense we
forgot
could muster.
Rivali. Oh god. No.
And if you ask me, the whole thing does seem to be overkill. I think I'm on the same page as the princess regarding this boy.
Oh, give it a rest. That boy is a living reminder of her own failures. Well, at least that's how the princess sees him.
Yeah. No, that is sad. So that's the first memory done. Edit 13. I need to duck for cover really quickly. Hang on. Oh god. There we go. I mean, that works, you know. It's a good thing that we're in the end game part here, like, you know, post-game. That's all I need to say. Post-game. Because otherwise, I would be not having a great time. And I have had to come here before for the purposes of the playthrough, so.
This is a sacred place. Once, Daruk suggested I recreate a ceremony believed to have been held here in the past. The knighting ceremony for the one wielding the sword that seals the darkness. It did not go well. Urbosa tells me I should look the knight in the eye, rather than looking at the sword. But whenever I try, I simply can't.
Ah. Okay, so glad that I actually did that in order of the way I did it, so. Yeah, she's not having a good time. Okay, so that one I know is near the Great Plateau, so I think we can hop over there next. I believe that there's a couple memories that I have not gotten to there.
Royal princesses have a sacred power which is claimed to have been passed down generation after generation. In fact, the lineage traces all the way back to the first queen, when Hyrule was founded. The ritual at the Temple of Time falls upon the princess to carry out. But do my prayers even reach the goddess when my powers have yet to awaken?
Oh. Also, wait, like, you're not supposed to be here right now. It's like the middle of the day. It's literally the morning. I don't know why she just spawned. Whatever. She just kind of spawns in whenever she wants to. I think she'll probably have something to say here as well. Maybe. I think that would be interesting from a story perspective. I'm not 100% sure. The house. The house isn't... Yes, I do remember there are people talking about the house here.
There are many gaps in this mountain hut, and even the rope holding the logs together seems dubious. It is far too shabby for a hunter's cabin. I didn't enter. The hut seemed it may collapse at any moment, so I was unable to identify the owner. It should probably be dismantled before someone gets hurt.
Oh, her dad. Her dad doesn't know how to build anything. Actually, that puts things into an interesting perspective, right? So this was established, like one of the members established this. The Great Plateau is something that the royal family visited quite often. So it would make sense for her father to basically be here, but like why would he have put this note here? I know it's probably just from a game perspective. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. But I think it's just interesting to look at it from the perspective of bits and pieces, storytelling-wise, I think just kind of are left here. Also, wait, yeah, hang on. Let me actually step back for a second here. Let me look at the note that we just got here. Yeah, so Hyrule's first queen, so I suppose that means Sonia, whoever, maybe. If I'm going based on Tears of the Kingdom lore, then sure, that would be Sonia. So Sonia had sacred power, so that... I mean, sure. I'll be generous this time with Tears of the Kingdom and just take it at its face value, because I know these are written with Tears of the Kingdom in mind and whatnot. It sucks, but that is the truth of the matter. Actually, I wonder if she's gonna say anything about the village ruins, or the garrison ruins, and I think the exchange ruins, because I am curious. I've always been curious what the exchange ruins actually were. I mean, you can kind of imply some things from the name itself, but I'm just like, I don't necessarily know what's going on with that. Like, I'm really curious to know exactly what this was, frankly. I don't know if we necessarily will get a memory here. There are a ton of guardians, though. I forgot about how many there are here. Here's the garrison ruins, okay.
In addition to protecting the castle, it has become necessary to deploy our soldiers all across Hyrule. Outpost ruins are being temporarily used as military bases. The fountain at the center of Hyrule Garrison looks quite out of place, but it serves as an area of respite for the soldiers.
Okay, that makes sense. It's been a long time since I last did that, frankly. Even when it comes to a normal playthrough and not master mode and not going to random locations throughout the game, I didn't really necessarily explore a whole lot, but I think this is a good excuse, frankly, to do so. Because it's just like, hey, you know, there's a bunch of ruins around here and whatnot that I think are interesting. And has some pretty cool stuff here. Oh, including a DLC chest here. Tinkle. Oh no. Oh no. Kulu Limpa. Oh no. Tingle, why? All things considered, I do want to check out the Colosseum here. I don't think I actually did get the Colosseum as a location when I was doing Breath of the Wild Master Mode, but it does seem like they're, you know, it's a very obvious spot to put a memory at some point. Is there a Lionel here? There is a Lionel here. It's a golden Lionel. I forgot about that. I was like, oh god. Do I grab the memory, immediately run away? If there is a memory here? Oh boy. So nothing. There is not. Okay, so I can just leave. Alright, cool. Oh, so here's something interesting. Yeah, this tree here.
Here on the plateau, the Forest of Spirits is the only area dense enough to be called a forest. Back before the founding of Hyrule, however, the entire plateau is apparently covered with trees. Where the spirits plant roots, trees flourish, and forests are formed. In ancient times, this may have been a village of spirits.
Okay, interesting. Oh, so I should say, we could say this here, and I'll probably have to say this again. This is Zelda's actual voice actress, not AI, that's doing these voice notes. I should just kind of clarify that, just so that people are aware. It is the actual voice actress, it's not AI. I probably wouldn't be doing this if it was AI, because I think that's just a shitty thing to do. But no, it's very sincere in that way.
From here, you can see the Great Plateau, or rather, Hyrule itself. At the castle, we are king and princess, but while here, we were father and daughter. It was in this place that I learned about everything from paragliders to cooking. I still remember the feeling of the warm doublet father wrapped around my shoulders.
Oh, that's actually really cute. Okay, wait. Perhaps he wasn't actually all that bad of a dad. I mean, he still kind of was an asshole at the end of the day, but you know what? That's a redeeming thing. I will say that. You know, like, that is really cute. That's a really cute memory. So there's a location here, which I assumed was the gate, yeah. Because this architecture for the Great Plateau is actually very similar to the ones that we see on the Linear Road, where we get the last memory. In fact, I think I remember initially thinking that the memory cutscene that we're supposed to get for that one was here, was this gate specifically.
Past this gate is a snowy landscape, cold enough for one to freeze there. The area is a place where heroes can test their skills, but the landscape is clearly not a natural phenomenon. Perhaps some ancient technology we have yet to learn about is being used here.
Perhaps. I don't know, man. Just don't say things quite out the nose like that. I think that's the first complaint I've had about the writing so far, actually. Wait. Other than that, it's been pretty solid. I appreciate it a lot. It's just like, I don't think that there might be ancient technology being used here. I don't know. That just irks me a little bit. Might be a personal thing. It might be very silly in my mind, but I figure that I can probably go through the rest of the ones in the Great Plateau, and I think then we should be okay. Alright, well this will be quick. Oh my god. That is half of his health bar, okay. Nice. Okay. I said it would be quick. Good god, okay. The lore accurate Link versus a Stone Talos.
When I first saw a hot-footed frog at Hopper Pond, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I came here every day to observe it. Mother's face grew stiff when I showed her the frog, though she never expressed outward disdain for them. She probably didn't want to speak poorly of something I liked.
Oh, that's cute. Zelda is very much a frog girly. That's cute though, that's very cute. I'm glad that we get to hear more about her mom as well, as I said before. And her dad, her parents too, I think. That's just a very nice thing. I think that's kind of the reason why I did this is to kind of get better, to complete the story, and also just to kind of get better insight into, maybe some of the ideas that they had that they weren't able to include in the final game. Which that makes sense to me. Because originally I was like, why did they not have the voice note stuff as story in the actual game, right? But I think part of me understands is sympathetic towards them not doing that, because I kind of understand, players might not necessarily even be understanding of, what exactly the context of it is. And it's weird to think about, because I didn't think there was really a whole lot of context to begin with, but apparently there is a little bit more than I thought there would be. Oh, hello. I should have figured as much. Okay. Yeah, this is a bad spot to be in. Okay. I was not aware that there was a palace here. No, I do not want the Great Eagle Blood to break. Ow. Oops, there was a little bit of collateral, but it's fine.
From here, we'll make make our way to Goron City. Then, we'll need some adjustments on that divine beast so Daru can manage it as easily as possible. He's figured out how to get it to move. However, it's apparent that we still have much more to learn. But to think that divine beast was actually built by people. That means we should be able to understand how it works and how to use it to our advantage. These divine beasts, so much we don't know. But if we want to turn back Calamity Ganon, they're our best hope. Tell me the truth. How proficient are you right now wielding that sword on your back? Legend says that an ancient voice resonates inside it.
Yeah, Fee.
Can you hear it yet, hero?
What's interesting about that whole idea, right, of Fee being inside the Master Sword, is that I don't think Link or the player, or Link as the player even, can even hear it. It's only Zelda that can hear Fee's voice at any point in either Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. So I think that's a little bit of a dramatic irony there that I don't think I would have picked up on had I first watched that memory. So I believe that's the second one. I think the third one, we gotta head west, so I think we can get a couple memories there. We can get and kind of make our way towards the ancient columns. Also, I do have to, I mean, I should say, I don't mean to nitpick at all, but I do think it's funny how Patricia Somerset, the voice actor of Zelda, or actress of Zelda, her voice has definitely changed a lot as she goes through the story when it comes to... Oh my god, stop. Stop, you guys. I think it's just a matter of, the voice actress itself getting older as well, but I think in Tears of the Kingdom her voice is a lot, more mature and less high-pitched as well, which I think is a really nice little detail to be honest. God.
Urbosa has requested the construction of a new stable. The Gerudo often leave the city to travel when they come of age, so she asked for the stable to be set up near the entrance to Gerudo Canyon so they can prepare for their journey. This seems like just the right location for such a place. Normally, a stable is named after the area it's built upon, but this one sits upon a boundary. I wonder what it will be called.
Oh, that's good stable. That's fun. Actually, I do kind of want to know how Zelda was able to even make it to the Park Ruins. Not the Park Ruins, but the ancient ruins, whatever it's called. Because I kind of understand, why she did it, but I wanted to know the path of how she did it, and whether there's other voice notes that kind of tell that story as well. But I do know that this was one here. Actually, this is the site of another memory, I think. So maybe I shouldn't have gone here. Wait, I should not be here. I should hold off until later for this, specifically. Because I do kind of want to try to keep them in order as much as I can. Thank you. Oh, that's a bad look for me. Wait, no. Oh no, my god. I was like, we get money from harming animals. I'm like, oh no, no. Oh, look at him. Huh. Lord of the Mountain.
To purge evil spirits. Satori, who is said to live on this mountain, may be a protector of Mother Tree, sent by Father Tree.
Okay, interesting. Wait, so... Hold on. So there's one cherry tree here, and I believe the other one is somewhere here, I think. Might be here, actually. Or maybe I'm thinking of Tears of the Kingdom on accident. Oh, wait, no, of course. Wait, I'm so silly. Because the other cherry blossom tree is the Great Deku Tree. Wait. So, Satori, I think, was in Ocarina of Time, if I'm not mistaken. I think. So I'm guessing the Great Deku Tree would be the Father Tree then, and I think this would be the other one. But let me check out Thunder Plateau just to see if they have anything actually about the Zonai, the actual Zonai, not the thing that they made up for Tears of the Kingdom. Like the actual Zonai, the Zonai as they exist in Breath of the Wild is what I mean to say. Oh yeah, these are clearly inspired by Dragon Blood trees, which is interesting.
The origin of the Dragon's Blood tree's name is unknown. At one time, the water from the surrounding mountains flowed into a network of rivers on this plateau. Perhaps the water itself was likened to bleeding, the network to blood vessels. And over time, it came to be associated with dragons. Thus, the current name.
Huh? What? Wait, what? You want to run that by me again? What? Hang on, what? Perhaps the water itself was like... Oh, so float into a network of rivers in this plateau. Okay, I mean, I suppose. Also, hang on, I need to double check for a moment that I'm not actually going insane here. Those are the name of the actual tree in real life, I think. Yeah, Dragon Blood Tree. Super, super cool trees, honestly. Like, genuinely, they're so cool. They're the coolest frickin' trees that I've ever seen, frankly. I'm not sure where the name came from in real life, but I think there's probably some mythology from the people, because this is Arabia, basically. Like, it's where these trees are found, so I'm sure there's some lore or something like that. So all things considered, it probably would equal the same thing, and that's where they got the inspiration from for this game. But still, extremely cool. Alright, so I think everything's good here. I'm gonna go hop over to Rito Village here, and let's see what we have to say about that. Okay, apparently there's a memory right here right away.
The winged inhabitants of this land call Rito Village their home. The wind currents facilitate upward mobility throughout its vertical design, allowing the Rito to fly from one area to another with ease. Additionally, platforms were originally constructed to connect the areas for other peoples, but it seems even the Rito are using them more and more. Rito fabrics are high quality, making them popular at the exchange. Mother adored this store and special ordered this coat. It is made with the finest of down feathers. It fits me so perfectly that it feels as though it were custom made for me. To think, I am the same height as Mother now. It brings up such feelings in me.
Oh, stop. Stop making me feel sad. I don't play this game to feel things, even though this is the entire point of the thing.
It tends to be their fabrics that garner attention, but the Rito have the best woodworking techniques in Hyrule as well. From their serving dishes to their structures, even the very framework of their village, the Rito have made everything from wood. I'm told the way they transport lumber mid-air is quite the sight, and I'd love to see it someday.
Well, that's actually really cool. I do like that bit of world building quite a bit, because you don't really think about it when you're here, but, like, I guess... I mean, maybe you do, I just didn't really think about it, but, like, the amount of stuff that they had, the amount of wood that they would have had to use to build all of this is quite literally insane. I'm trying to find the other one here. It's somewhere around here. Maybe it's the Elder? I don't actually know. Maybe it's Hearth? Probably not. And Tulin, hello. If it sounds like he got hurt. But he says he got a lot better, so he'll be able to take me flying again soon. Come back later and play with me. I love Tulin. Best character.
I've heard that the Rito use refined group tactics in combat. Their elder has incredible intellect, the sharpest among the Rito, in fact, and Rivali is said to be the strongest Rito in history. It is said that they're an ironclad force, unlike any ever witnessed. I even sensed remarkable composure from the elder, as he told us not to worry about them. It was reassuring.
Ugh, gross. Rivali mention. Sorry, I shouldn't be like that, but also, man does not get a redemption arc at all. And it's deserved. I think I commented about this when it came to when I did the Meadow. Yeah, Meadow. Is that Rivali, you know, up until the very end, does not get a single, like, even minuscule portion of redemption. It's kind of wild to me that that's just the way that it was set up. Ooh, wait, did we get one about Meadow? Ooh.
This stone pillar towers overhead in the center of the village. It occurred to me that it may be Meadow's perch, and a frightful image sprang to mind, one of the pillar crumbling beneath the weight of Meadow. However, this divine beast is far lighter than it appears as compared to the others. My concerns, ultimately, are unfounded.
Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, it seems to be holding up pretty well, I would say, all things considered. I wonder if we take a picture of him, does that actually mean anything here? No. Okay. So there was that, and then I believe there's a couple with the stable here. Maybe we get some info about Tracy, I don't know.
Divine Beast Meadow seems to be soaring easily through the air. Training must be going well. Among all the divine beasts, I am told that Meadow, controlled by air currents, is the most challenging to maneuver. Yet Rivali continues to impress. I imagine he, with his strong sense of duty and work ethic, has trained more than anyone else.
Yeah, that's fair. God, no, I don't want to... I do have to give Rivali credit, frankly. I was like, don't want to say anything good about Rivali, but also I do have to give him credit where credit is due. I do like that it's explicitly depicted in one of the cutscenes for the Champions Ballad that he does actually work very, very hard, like almost to the point of accidentally injuring himself in the process of training. So it's just like, oh, you know what, like he is the best, and he's somewhat arrogant to be fair, but there's some like, you know, reasoning to back it up. I don't know.
The proprietor was proud to tell me that of all of them, Rito's stable boasts the oldest history. He also shared that no matter what price was offered, he would never sell it. His passion for this place will surely be carried on through his family line.
Okay, I'm gonna have to replay this. It's like, I wasn't even paying attention to him. It's just like, yes, the blood moon at the worst possible time. Of course. Of course. No matter what price was offered, he would never sell it. His passion for this place will surely be carried on through his family line. I'm pretty sure he did sell it, though. I'm pretty sure he did, to a newspaper.
Nothing. Just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around. At least I hope. How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow.
Oh, she's mad. Sorry.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please. And stop following me!
The one thing I did think about while rewatching this is Zelda would have had an absolutely bad time if she actually managed to make her way into this specific shrine, because it is a major test of strength. Like, just straight up. She would most likely have perished here, so it's a good thing that she didn't. Oh, I don't think I actually talked about the stable, the outskirts stable, though. I think that's really interesting. I think that's a cool little bit of world building there as well. That stable was probably the newest of the ones, built specifically for Gerudo Town as well. I believe this is the memory that should... oh no.
Gerudo Canyon provides the only path leading to Gerudo Town. It seems monsters have made the former quarry into their base, and even the Gerudo, who are intimately familiar with the land, stay exclusively on the main road. Urbosa warned me countless times to exercise the utmost caution when traveling through here.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair, good advice. Oh, so actually, wait, hang on. I think this is coming up to one of the coolest areas in the entire game, in my opinion at least, which is where with all these scaffolds here, up here, I believe is where they did actually manage to excavate Von Boris, who is all the way up there, actually. Presumably it's this whole big sheet of rock here. Presumably. Actually, wait, is that where the memory is? Hold on. That's actually really cool if it is. Oh, man. Please, let it be that.
Divine beast Von Boris. 10,000 years ago, the divine beasts were active, and they, along with the ancient relics, were intentionally hidden away. This was because they were feared due to their astonishing power. Having heard a prophecy speak of this place, we deduced that this was the location of divine beast Von Boris.
Cool.
Coming upon it now is truly breathtaking.
It's so cool. That's just like, you know, it's stuff like that I think really, really does make this game shine. Like the world building and stuff like that. I think the reason why I knew about it was because of Age of Calamity, I think, yeah, it was Age of Calamity that basically made a note of it. It, you know, again, the game is not necessarily canon, I would say, but like, God, that's just like, that's so cool though. Cool.
Trade with Gerudo Town is going well, but apparently there is no end to the traveling merchants meeting with disaster in the canyon. Though the Gerudo may be accustomed to the road, it is a difficult one for Hylians. I'll speak with Father about whether we can have a stable built here.
Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, your friends are dead, by the way. Sorry, buddy.
Here in Gerudo Desert, the temperatures vary wildly, enough so to be life-threatening. In addition, traveling across the sand by foot is challenging. These conditions certainly explain the strength of body and spirit that the Gerudo possess. Which has me thinking, While Mother was prone to illness, she would often visit here, despite the harsh environment.
Huh. Interesting.
Karakara Bazaar serves as a trading post for those who cannot enter Gerudo Town. It's a smart thing, since the town only allows women to enter. Urbosa warned me to be on alert for the Yiga clan here, but I cannot imagine they would attack in a place as crowded as this.
Well, about that. Banger cutscene, absolutely banger. She actually sees him as a hero now. Emily took a very close call with the Yiga clan, which Urbosa definitely warned us about beforehand. I don't remember this one. I know where it is, I just don't remember it. That's bizarre. Damn. I never realized it was in... That's crazy. Let me do the ones in Gerudo Town here while we're here, because I don't think we're going to come back here at all.
Gerudo Town is ruled over by Urbosa, and is also the largest oasis in the desert. The buildings look as if they were carved out of large boulders. Quite sturdy indeed. When your home is a desert with numerous dangers, having strong walls is a sure way to stay safe.
Yeah.
Chief Urbosa has made the decision to offer the Gerudo support in subduing the calamity. She and I have been close friends for a long time now, but the conversation leading to this decision was the first time we spoke as formal representatives of our people. She is as transparent as always in her motivations, to protect those she cares for. And this is also why she is so trustworthy.
Fair. Okay. Oh, is it this? Yeah, okay.
Among other things, the Gerudo are known for their craft in jewelry. They consider the gems used in their jewelry as talismans, absorbing both sunlight and moonlight, which cleanses evil. As such, they wear the jewelry as much as possible. Even Urbosa's shield and knife have been crafted by a jeweler rather than a blacksmith.
Oh yeah. We have those, I believe. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Where's the diamond circlet? Diamond circlet, guardian resist up. Okay. I should have bought that to begin with. Good lord.
The sand seals, which I understand to have evolved from an aquatic creature of some
What?
kind,
Huh.
reside only in Gerudo and move through the desert as if swimming.
Interesting.
The Gerudo use them as a means of transportation. However, they are quite difficult to handle. Without Urbosa's training, I might never have been able to maneuver one.
Interesting. How odd. Oh, this is the bar, I think. That's right. Yeah. Ow. There we go. I think I've heard about this one.
The Noble Canteen's famous cocktail is known as the Noble Pursuit. Gerudo preparing to seek the voe of their dreams drink it for good luck. I wanted to partake in one, but was told that I'm not ready for it yet.
You're a little young to be coming to my shop. You see, we make special drinks here. Drinks that are definitely just for adults. Special drinks? Well, a big part of the drink is the ice that we use from the ice house. It makes them especially refreshing. You're a little too young to be here, don't you think? Featured cocktail is called Noble Pursuit. Many of our customers come here specifically to order it. The light, the sweet taste, the cool sensation for each sip. It's like drink distilled motivation. Okay, that's fair. So come back when you're older. It's funny that they told Zelda the exact same thing as well. Alright, so I believe that there's one last one outside in the ruins here. And I doubt that there are any in the Highlands, I don't think at least. Yeah, there's one in the Highlands, which is insane. Okay. That's surprising.
The North Gerudo ruins are the largest in all of the desert. Based on the sizable quarry and numerous ruins scattered about Gerudo Highlands, it appears that Gerudo Town was once quite large. I've heard that this area of the town was destroyed by a rampaging Molduga employed by a tyrant. But it is merely a theory.
Huh, I wonder who that could have been. Crazy how that works. It's not like we've seen Moldugo used by a tyrant or anything to basically try to take over Hyrule or something like that. That happened tens of thousands of years ago. Crazy. That would be crazy. That'd be too crazy, in fact. Oh no. No. Why? Why?
There have been accounts of dragon sightings since ancient
Oh.
times. I have been traveling to places related to these accounts in hopes of receiving the dragon's blessings, but so far I've had no luck. It seems many of the rumors are little more than folklore. As such, I thought that people were likely mistaken about seeing a dragon here in Gerudo Highlands. But the way the snow has been disturbed, it does appear as though a sizable creature moved through it. Perhaps this is the dragon's path.
Oh, cool. That's actually really cool. Oh, good lord. Okay, this is bad. Stop. 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 Please. That's so unnecessary too, sir. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. He did get me while I was running away. So you know what? All things considered, fair enough. Okay. This is a path carved through by a dragon. That's actually really cool, though. And I didn't really expect them to address the dragons at all, but I'm very happy that they did so. Also, there's just a sword there. Don't worry about that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So wait, hang on. I'm guessing the dragons then are explicitly then tied to the springs then. Okay, let me grab the other ones in Hebrew really quickly. I believe there's one where the flight path is. Flight range, not flight path, god.
Watching him practice here at the flight range, it is clear to me that he is a truly unique champion. He creates an updraft and then catches it, soaring upward rapidly. He is the only one capable of such a feat, and yet it isn't even what makes him so remarkable.
Yeah, that's fair. So I think there's going to be one here. I don't remember. I think I know explicitly what it's going to say as well.
I've always wanted to investigate the Hebra Mountains up close. It appears the mountainside has been scarred by an energy blast. Naturally, I would think this scarring was a direct result of the calamity 10,000 years ago. But was that the case? From what I can tell by looking at it, it would seem the mountain was blasted from the direction of Hyrule Castle. I find this unsettling.
Which is so insane. Like an energy blast from one of the divine beasts that came from the castle, although it doesn't seem to be, you know, it might have been from a divine beast, who knows? Like, yeah, that's crazy though. Oh my god. I love that though. That's such a cool detail.
Rivali brought me to Gothlam's secret hot spring,
Gothlam's.
telling me I was overworking myself. Since he can only carry one person, he said he would act as my guard, so Link is waiting at the village. I cannot remember the last time I relaxed on my own like this.
Interesting. Yeah, I do, like, you know, I do understand, you know, she does need downtime away from everyone, frankly. Even Link at some certain points, like, that makes sense to me. Okay, I know where I'm going next here. I didn't even have to deal with the Guardians, though, which is the nice thing about it. Like, I'm so curious to see what she says about the Forgotten Temple, actually. Wait, the goddess statue. Let's see what she says here.
These ruins are thought to date back to the kingdom's founding. It seems likely that something of great value was once here, as there are many guardians in the area. Additionally, according to ancient documents, there was a room beyond the goddess statue, but it now appears to be buried in sediment.
Okay. You know what? I'll accept that. I'll accept that. I'm thinking here. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm like, am I willing to let it go, even though it is still part of a larger retcon? No, I don't think I am. I don't think I am. No, I just, no. I refuse, actually. That makes no sense to me. It seems likely that something of great value was once here, so there are many guardians in the area, like... Oh, I guess it's referring to the hero's, you know, the hero's tunic and whatnot. What you get if you complete all 120 shrines here. I guess that's what that's referring to. That's still annoying to me, actually. Like, you're basically pretending that there's something back here when it's clearly that there's not, frankly. It's just not. It's something that they wrote into this game because of Tears of the Kingdom. And I don't appreciate that. Not with this location. Like, it would be fine if it was something else, right? But with this location in particular, there is so much here in terms of lore that they could expound upon. This is from Skyward Sword. Most likely. It's just like... You have an entire, like, 30 years of stuff to work from, and you choose to be lazy, frankly. That's just my annoyance. I want to make a quick note here, because ultimately, at the end of the day, I do think it's a cool idea to have a room behind the goddess statue. I don't dispute that at all. The problem I have with it is that there's no evidence that this thing even existed at all in the first place in this game. And yet these voice memories try to imply that was always the case. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and that's the thing that annoys me. If they wanted to do that, then they should have at least put a door that is closed behind the goddess statue. That's just what I'm saying. It's like that gives players a natural mystery and insight into this. It gives us some zone architecture though too. It's a natural thing for then players to want to explore and choose the kingdom, and then they find out that the door is open and this was what was behind the door. If they did that, then I think I would have been fine with it. That would have been one of the coolest things that they could have done, frankly. But it's just hand-wavy bullshit, and it makes me so mad. Okay, so this is the exchange rooms, I think.
With the Rito and Gerudo coming here to offer up specialty wares from across Hyrule, Marita Exchange is always a lively place. In particular, the fish being sold here are popular among Rito and Gerudo alike. They sell out almost immediately.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting.
I've been told the people of Sirin Stable just moved here, hence the many wooden boxes all around. Originally, stables were started up by nomadic people who would host travelers. It seems the tents at these stables are a relic of such times. Nowadays, stables stay put, so finding a mobile one such as this is a rare thing.
That's cool. So that's why we have New Sirin Stable in Tears of the Kingdom that has moved locations. To where specifically, I don't actually remember, but... So I think it's time to go to Elden Cain, and hopefully grab some memories there as well.
Great Hyrule Forest is a sacred place where spirits reside. Only by following the wind's guidance can a traveler make their way through. The guidance is only offered up to a chosen few by the spirits themselves. Those who do not receive this blessing of wind will quickly find that they are right back where they started. It's easy to see how this grove came to be called the Lost Woods.
Yeah?
When I heard Father announce that the knight chosen by the sword that seals the darkness was Link, I felt anything but calm inside. Whenever I hear that name, an anxiousness sets in. Even more challenging are my feelings of envy toward him. I wonder if there will ever be a day when I can look him in the eyes.
Oh, I guess that does tie back into the very first one, like one of the first ones that we did when it comes to that first memory, the first memory in the actual game, that is.
The great Deku tree watches over the sword that seals the darkness. I also view this tree as a mentor, in a sense. When the knight was chosen to wield the darkness-sealing sword, I felt nearly overcome by my feelings. But the great Deku tree offered me words of wisdom in that moment, encouraging me not to give up, and that I had my own path to follow. Those words provide comfort to me still.
You know, it almost feels as though... I think this story was very much trying to... I'm not necessarily saying that this was like a deliberate thing or anything, but it almost seems as though they were almost trying to be pit against each other in a way, in a weird way. Like, I don't know why, I just get that vibe from it, to be honest. Like, the envy and whatnot, too, it also kind of goes back to that idea of Link's destiny has already been chosen for him, whereas Zelda's, I think, is still very much up in the air at that point, and I think that is a really interesting and weird writing, point of writing, too.
The proprietor of Woodland Stable was deeply moved by how beautifully ornamented Mother's horse was, and is now studying techniques for adorning them himself. He even braided my horse's mane to match my own braids. Mother's care for horses lives on in this way. It fills me with joy to see it.
Aww.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Okay. Let me go find this other memory here. Yeah, we're not even halfway through. Okay. It's already been like almost 4 hours at this point, so that's pretty cool. No, that's not the right memory. Okay, God. Premonition. Premonition. This one was the one that I was trying to find. I swear, I looked there. I looked there, though. That's the problem. Like, it's... Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, well, now you show me. Okay, fine. God damn it. Okay, that took me way too long to find where this was.
That cut doesn't look too bad, actually. You're fine for now. But you know, there's a fine line between courage and recklessness. As brave as you are, that does not make you immortal. It seems that not only is the frequency of these types of attacks on the rise, but the scale of beasts we are facing is intensifying as well. I fear that I fear that this is an omen which portends the return of Calamity Ganon. And, if that's the case, I'm ready to expect the worst. We'll need to make preparations as soon as possible.
Good start. Good start. Very good start. Okay. I mean, the gate is obviously going to be one, I think. Probably the statue as well. Okay, so we got one.
Goron City is watched over by Daruk, chief of the Gorons.
Operation
Despite
Fireproof?
coming equipped with fireproof elixir, I didn't quite bring enough of it. I settled on making more myself, but I was having trouble catching fireproof lizards. The Gorons, seeing my struggle, decided to help me, and, well, now I have enough fireproof elixir to last the rest of my life.
I love it. That is actually really funny. Oh.
When I dropped an apple here, it wasn't long before it became a baked apple. After that, I tried my hand at grilling some meat and fish in the same way. I found it rather convenient, without need of a pot or a fire. Although one Goron watched me curiously, I imagine it must have been an unusual sight for him. After all, they primarily feast upon rocks.
Why is it business opportunity? Why is it called that? Oh, I see. Okay.
This blacksmithing shop doesn't seem to have a name. I get the sense that the blacksmith himself is more concerned with his skills than he is about naming things. Truly, he is a master at his craft. His stature both grand and indomitable. Without so much as a momentary pause while striking the iron, he proudly told me that he was the very one who made Daruk's boulder breaker.
That's cool. Man, I wish that we had Ascend, but I know that's very, very lazy of me, frankly, and I did use a Raleigh scale to basically no avail. It might also be related to the hot springs as well. No, the hot springs are separate, actually. Okay. Oh, it must be about the statue then.
Generations of chiefs have been carved into rock. Daruk stands in a prominent position, a clear indication of how highly regarded he is among the Gorons. It's such an incredible carving, but Daruk never mentions it. Perhaps he's a bit embarrassed.
Oh, that's fun.
One might find many eggs floating in the water of Goron hot springs. I had the impression that they eat only rocks, but apparently Gorons consider hard-boiled eggs a favored snack. The Gorons appear comfortable soaking in the steaming water, but I suspect a Hylian would end up rather boiled themselves.
Probably. Yeah, Link seems to be doing alright though. I think this will most likely be the longest stream I've done, frankly, ever. You know, if we're continuing at the pace we're going, frankly, like, I didn't expect myself to get lost for a little bit there. Bridge of Elden, okay.
Camouflaged as rock, divine beast Varudanya was concealed in Death Mountain. Then the flow of lava shifted, and Rodanya appeared. It could be mere coincidence, but no. Perhaps it has awoken on behalf of all of us, sensing the return of the calamity.
Yeah, okay, that's actually really cool. So it was concealed in the lava, and then it came out as a result of the calamity. That's, like, you know, that's actually really cool to address that, to be honest. Frickin' Demogorgon-looking ass. Ah, yes, the frog memory. One of the best, the most iconic ones, I should say.
There's one. Oh, and another. The flowers we have in Hyrule aren't just beautiful. They're also quite useful as ingredients for a variety of things. This one here is called the Silent Princess. It's a rare, endangered species. Despite our efforts, we can't get them to grow domestically yet. The princess can only thrive out here, in the wild. All that we can hope is that the species will be strong enough to prosper on its own. Is that what I think it is? Look at this. I don't believe it, but I actually caught one. This delicacy is known to have very, very potent effects under the proper circumstances. Ta-da! Research from the castle shows ingesting one of these can actually augment certain abilities. We wouldn't be in a controlled environment out here, but with your level of physical fitness, you'd be a perfect candidate for the study. Go on.
She's such a nerd. I love it. It's great. Like, here, Link, eat this frog real quick. I love that cutscene for a lot of different reasons, but it's just so unhinged. It's great. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I believe that the next memory is down here. I'm sure it'll be interesting, but oh god, I have to make sure not to get involved in another combat again, because good lord.
It has been decided that we will investigate ancient Sheikah ruins in preparation for the calamity. The entrance to the Royal Ancient Lab, which we were forbidden from opening, now stands open. Things such as blueprints still remain, and Pura and Robbie have been absorbed in reading them, sparing no time for sleep.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So I believe that the next one is this, near the bridge. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Alright. Let me grab the 1 or 2 memories that I still have left to do in Hebra. And then we can move on to go down to the south of Hyrule and the Farron, which should be very fun. I'm very excited about Farron, actually.
The bridge on the south side of Tanagar Canyon is closed because of deterioration, which means the travelers coming and going from Hebra are funneling here to Snowfield
Hebra?
Stable.
Hebra?
It's flooded with travelers, and the innkeep seem exhausted. Once the calamity is behind us, one of the first orders of business will be repairing the bridge.
Okay. Hebra, that's weird, okay. I'm still going to refer to it as Hebra, but whatever the game wants to do, it can do. Oh, is this about the village ruins? Oh, that's right. Hold on. Yeah, okay. This must be about these village ruins then. Or this village in particular, Tabantha Village. Oh, it's going to be really awkward here. If I have to wait until combat is done. Ow.
Year after year, more villagers depart from Tabantha Village, never to return. It seems the bitter cold is challenging company. Now there are few who live here, and lines of empty homes. Many of the people who work at Snowfield Stable are originally from here.
Okay. So it does seem like it's kind of like on the down... Like, what's the word? On the down... It's not doing well. It's on the decline. It's on the decline. Downslope, whatever you want to call it.
This is Hyrule's largest outpost, but it had humble beginnings as an encampment for travelers on a spiritual journey. Recently, a garrison was completed nearby, so the outpost now seems to serve as a place for soldiers to rest after long days. Its watchtower apparently a gift from them.
Watchtower. They got basically pretty much decimated.
There was a time when boars were worshipped as symbols of power. However, I remember reading in literature that the Demon King took the form of a boar, and that, upon learning this, people came to regard them as evil. I checked around this entire area, and all the stone boar statues show considerable damage.
Oh wow, that's actually really interesting. It'd be really cool if they actually incorporated that into Tears of the Kingdom. Really cool. That would be so cool. I do like that detail quite a bit, though. I do think that is a really neat detail. I'm just salty. Oh, come on now. That's just unnecessary. Okay, so. Very important here. Because the Shrine of Courage is here. I know I'm getting sidetracked a little bit, but I am very curious to see, you know, what things are going on here.
I have come to the spring countless times since I was young to receive the protection of Faror, goddess of courage. Despite that, my sealing power has yet to be awakened, but soon I will turn 17. I'm certain that if I train on Mount Lanayru, that will change things.
Hopefully. We know it like, no. Unfortunately, sadly not. Also, wait, whoa, what the fuck? Hang on. Have I not paid attention to this specific thing before? Wait. I don't think I have. Wow, I did not pay attention to the very top part of that. Okay, cool.
Dea Lake is artificially created. It is said that long, long ago there was a great drought that threatened to dry up Lake Hylia. So Dea Lake was created as a reservoir, just in case. The name Dea stems from the name of the village that the lake has flooded.
Ah. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've necessarily explored this part of the map before. Yeah, but look at this though, yeah. It's kind of sad. Just to make sure that I'm on the right track here. And make sure that we have 69, nice.
I doubt this will let up anytime soon. path seems to mirror your father's. You've dedicated yourself to becoming a knight as well. Your commitment to the training necessary to fulfill your goal is really quite admirable. I see now why you would be the chosen one. What if one day you realized that you just weren't meant to be a fighter? Yet the only thing people ever said was that you were born into a family of the royal guard, and so no matter what you thought, you had to become a knight. If that was the only thing you were ever told, I wonder then, would you have chosen a different path?
Sad. It is sad. I mean, just like, again, these characters aren't necessarily given a choice about the roles that they can or cannot fulfill. It is all up to fate, it is all up to destiny, it is all up to this curse that was laid upon them and their ancestors long time ago. It's like, well, you know, what if they don't want to deal with this? What if they wanted to become like a baker or something instead? Like, it's like, nope, that's not an option, frankly. It's very sad. It is, again, I think, going back to what I think I talked about earlier in the stream, it is really a nice subversion of that whole fantasy trope of the destined hero. It's like challenging that idea in truth. It's like, well, what if we didn't have to do this thing that we were told that we were destined to do? Like, what if that's not something that we wanted to do? I believe that was memory number 7. Okay, so memory number 8 is back in Hyrule Castle. Okay. So I think what I want to do here is I want to actually create a little bit of a detour and go through to this side of the place and thing. Do that.
Once upon a time, Dueling Peaks was one mountain. There are a few prevailing theories about its unusual split. Some posit the split was a path carved by a dragon, while others say it was caused by a great tremor beneath the surface. Personally, I believe it to be a scar on the mountain caused by the battle against the calamity 10,000 years ago. Of course, there is no way to confirm my theory at this point.
I mean, hey, yeah, you've got other destruction, like the entirety of Criminal Peak was destroyed by Divine Beast, at least you're pretty sure. I mean, it's a theory as well, but there's a couple in Hyrule Field that I still need to do. There's one up very far north that I still need to do as well. Okay, so what I might do then is I might grab these two here for right now, just to kind of like, you know, go around the Great Hyrule Forest, and then hopefully grab the one in Typhlo. I think those are probably the two most annoying ones, to be frank. It's not great, but I think what Zelda has here to say about the Robber Settlement ruins actually might be really interesting, to be honest. I really hope that's not another, like, oh yeah, this is just a simple nod to Tears of the Kingdom. It's like, no, that's boring.
Though it is small, this settlement is the oldest in the land. Named after the founding king of Hyrule, there are various theories regarding the specificity of that name. Some believe that it was the king's residence, others that it was a village of his most ardent supporters, and yet others claim it was the birthplace of the Hylian queen. Ultimately, I'm not sure even the villagers themselves know the true origins of the name.
Yeah, certainly. We won't even know either, frankly. Because the problem with that is that there's multiple kings named Rauru, multiple founding first kings of Hyrule in this series named Rauru. It's pretty cool because there was King Rauru in Ocarina of Time. There's obviously also King Rauru in Tears of the Kingdom as well, who is decidedly not a Hyrulean, so I don't know what to make of that. I genuinely don't. You know, I never really did actually come up with a kill counter for how many wild animals I've killed throughout the course of the Master Mode playthrough, but I really don't really want to know, frankly. God damn it! That I did not intend to do. Oh god. It's just a curse at this point. It straight up is just a curse. Like, I was talking about how these three people were interlocked in some sort of evil curse that has persisted across generations. That's what that curse is for me. It's very unfortunate. I am a danger to this local ecosystem. It's not even funny at this point. It's kind of funny, actually, wait. Yeah, there's multiple, like, that's the problem with there being, like, multiple different instances of the name Raru throughout this game series. It's just, like, suddenly it doesn't mean anything. I assume that they're talking about the Raru in the context of Tears of the Kingdom, though. Unfortunately, I'd be very surprised if they actually were referencing the other Raru. Maybe it's one of those things that's like, in addition to Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf being trapped in this three-way like cycle of feuding and whatnot, it's kind of enwrapped the entirety of Hyrule in itself. It's like, yeah, every few thousands of years ago, this country is going to basically fail. It's going to be completely destroyed, wiped off the map. And you're gonna repeat the same cycle over and over again with, like, the first king of Hyrule, the imprisoning war, blah 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 blah. Like, that would be an interesting interpretation of it. I do think that's actually compelling in a way that is, you know, I mean, it's compelling. But the timeline, obviously, I know is much horrible, much worse. It's pretty bad when it comes to actually being able to tell anything concretely for that. I know people have tried. I'm aware that people have tried. And I think that's neat, but it's just like, I don't know, it's complicated. Never really been one to really care that much about the timeline shenanigans specifically. I care more so about continuity more than anything else. If it's separate timelines, you know, that whole thing, that's fine with me. It's like, whatever. But if you're going to basically keep calling back references to other things that happened in previous games, I feel like there should be a little bit more continuity than there is. To be honest, I know the Zelda team is allergic to continuity. I get that. Trust me, I do. But it's the fact of the matter that, you know, you have all these cool details that they just never use, and it's like, that sucks. That's a shame. Like, why didn't they use it? It's just like, well, they insert X reason here, insert Y reason there. I don't know. I believe we should have a memory here as well.
The existence of a shrine has been confirmed here at Typhlo Ruins. Could that darkness act as a test to the one chosen by the sword that seals the darkness? I don't think I can go much farther, however. I wonder if I will have to ask him to come investigate. No, I don't want to have to rely on him for this.
That's funny. She's just like, I kind of get it. I get it. It's jealousy more so than anything else. It's the jealousy of having your fate decided for you, pretty much. I think that's really interesting. It's not something I paid attention to. It's a different interpretation than the one I interpreted when I originally played through the game. That's what I will say. And I think that interpretation is a lot more interesting than whatever I had beforehand. What? Wait. No. No, you're not supposed to be here. What the fuck? Oh no. No. Okay, thank you, Bastion. Okay, we're good. Oh, this is bad. Okay, this is real bad. I'm gonna have to kill the horse. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. It has to be done. Where the fuck did Bastion go? Bastion is fine. See, the horse is fine too. Oh, come on. Just fuck off already, please. Yeah, this is like the final boss. This is the final boss of this playthrough. Good lord. Having to deal with both of these at once is a nightmare. Okay. I didn't even kill the horse, thankfully. It did run away before it died. I'm so happy about that. Wait, I do need to make sure of that. Do want to make sure of that. See? He's fine. Oh god, I did not... Like, there shouldn't normally be a guardian here, right? Like, to the best of my knowledge at least, there shouldn't be. It might be that it accidentally wandered off past its original patrol area, which is pretty great, pretty cool. Thank you for that.
Mabe Village boasts the largest farm in all of Hyrule, with more animals than villagers. From making hay to processing milk, it's clear when something has come from Mabe Village, and the villagers take pride in that fact.
Aw, that's very sad actually that it's all in ruins now. I think that is the nice thing about this. I do think it's giving context to the world, and I think it's re-establishing the fact that people actually lived here once upon a time. Which I think is really nice. It's this idea that I think I have it in my notes somewhere that I keep when it comes to what I call tiny world building, where it's like, if you want to build out a world that is truly fleshed out and feels lived in, I think you have to do a lot of tiny world building. You have to do a lot of, like, stories that don't necessarily affect an overall plot, but add character to the world, I think, as well. And giving towns and people living in those towns their own personalities, their own identities, a big part of that, to be frank. Oh, man, I'm trying to think of a good example of this. The Pokemon games are actually really, really good at this, to be honest with you. Every single Pokemon game has had towns that feel unique as well. Well, with the exception of one being Scarlet and Violet, but that's besides the point.
Father decided that the stables would be places of refuge in preparation for the calamity. In his words, there is more to protecting our people than simply fighting. The Stable Association was thus established to further strengthen cooperation, and Mestro, proprietor of Wetland Stable, was appointed as its first chairman.
Oh, that's lovely. Mestro's the guy who's the conductor that we see in Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, hang on.
Here in Gaponga village, they're working to make it possible to manage horses with just a few people. This would be achievable by using the small islands scattered about the Nehru wetlands as stables. There's a grassy field at the village's entrance where the horses seem to be living at ease. And the villagers here even told me my white horse is beautiful.
He is beautiful. Tim is a great horse. There we go.
This depiction of Mipha is truly exquisite, though that is hardly surprising. Zora's domain is home to talented metalworking artisans after all. It is said that this statue is made not only to honor her elevation as a champion, but also to act as a beacon for her safety, in the hopes that she will return home.
Oh.
She was embarrassed by it, however, and has asked King Dorephan to move it somewhere less prominent once she completes her duty.
Oh, I mean, we saw how that turned out, very sadly.
Stone architecture and metal engravings of the Zora are astonishing. Truly, the village itself is a work of art. The Zora made the buildings, furniture, and even the books out of a water-resistant ore. Technology such as this could be developed only by the Zora.
Interesting.
The beds in the Zora Inn are hard and apparently quite unpopular among travelers. The owner consulted with me about it, saying that since Zora sleep in the water, they aren't sure what makes a bed good or bad. I offered a suggestion of creating a bed that's akin to floating in water. That may have been too unrealistic.
Alright, because I think one of the memories in Tears of the Kingdom is about waterbeds, I think. And when she comes back to Zora's domain, they're like, oh yeah, waterbed, it's nice.
King Dorephan rules over the Zora and is father to Mipha. He's known for his incredible strength. In fact, he fights with his fins rather than wielding a weapon. One of the guards here even told me excitedly about an army of monsters who were eradicated with a single blow from the king.
Damn. Powerful dude. And I believe there is also one at the very far, the bridge leading up to Zora's domain as well.
The land of the Zora, known as Zora's Domain, is home to the champion Mipha and the guardians of the Great Spring. We have a long history of cultural exchange with them, dating back even further than 10,000 years ago. This promenade is a testament to that long-standing relationship between the Zora and Hyrule.
That's lovely. Okay. How many memories have we done? 80. Okay, perfect. In that case, I can go back to the castle. I can get that next memory here, and then we can also grab the last two from there as well. I know I'm going to have to go back to Zora's domain for a little bit. I just want to keep things moving here, you know, here and there as well.
Incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon never show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, As the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more. When will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty.
Boo.
As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing. Nothing but failure.
Man, that is harsh. Like,
it is woven into your destiny that you prove them wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
it's a little bit of a shame that Link is the silent protagonist, because it's like, there is no one to speak up for Zelda in that instance. It's very sad.
Days begin and end with the toll of this bell. Typically, it is heard throughout the castle and the town below. In the event of an emergency, however, its tone rings loud and clear all through Hyrule.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, that is rough. Okay, this is a little weird. Okay. Odd. Very odd. Where am I supposed to go here? Don't tell me it's smack dab in the middle of the sanctum here. Okay.
The throne room sits at the center of the castle and is the site of many official events. Father would take the throne to the left, and Mother, the one on the right. Her throne remains unchanged and untouched since her passing.
So Father's throne has been the one that's been destroyed. What happens? I see. Also, what the fucking shit? Hold on. What the fuck? There are straight up guardians attached to this thing. What the actual hell? I'd never noticed that before. What the fuck? So I have a very, very dumb idea. I have an incredibly stupid idea. I have to see what it does. Oh, it does do damage. Okay, that's fine. It does deal damage to you. Do you damage? God, I don't know why my English is so bad today.
If the sturdy iron bars are any indication, those who are brought to the lockup must have committed weighty crimes. I don't believe it's been in use for a very long time, so the guards who would normally stand post here have instead been sent to watch over the castle.
Okay. I believe that is everything done with the castle. Okay. Castle Town is done. Everything with that is done. Alright, let me double check which one I need to do next in terms of the main memories. So the next one is the Spring of Power.
The buds are swelling and look as if they might bloom at any moment. These flowers submerged beneath the surface of the water have been considered prophetic since ancient times. Their blooming is said to herald natural disasters. Perhaps they sense the evil spirit of the calamity.
Huh. That's concerning. Oh, Aquila Ancient Love, that's what it was.
It's called a lighthouse, but my understanding is that it was built as more of a watchtower. But to watch over what, I wonder? Beyond here lies Lomé Labyrinth Island, home to ancient ruins shrouded by mystery. Even approaching the ruins proves challenging. Some scholars posit that evil spirits are trapped there. Perhaps this lighthouse served to watch over the island? I'm probably overthinking it.
Probably. Hi. Hey, you, what are you doing here? Are you the one called Link? Yes. That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, there would be something important I need to tell you. But how can they determine with full certainty whether you or not you are the true hero? Yes, indeed. How indeed. Yes, if you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago, that should prove you are truly Link. What do you mean? Do I have to... Alright, hang on. Yes, the number of scars on your body, just as I remember. Most seem to have healed, but they do line up with the scars I know you got during the Great Calamity 100 years ago. Yes, I acknowledge you as the real Link, so let us begin again. I'm the lead guardian researcher and director of the Acolyte Ancient Tech Lab. Dr. Robbie. In any case, I really am impressed that you made it all the way out to this rather remote location. If you perchance meet Purah and Bahara Power, I met a child. Purah? A child? What? She really has a kid? Or do I mean that you mean that Purah aged backward and she is now a child? Yes. Certain? She's as crazy as ever. Okie doke. Knowing her, I'm guessing she screwed up some experiment. Yes, typical. Let's return to the subject at hand. Did you know that the calamities were getting its power? I did not know. Are you serious? Well then I suppose I should tell you my story. You don't have to. Yes, I see in that case. Now is the time to join forces with Ashika, yes? Let's destroy the calamity, let's do it. Yes, that is correct. You and I are going to join forces to put an end to the calamity. And on that note, sorry for the long preamble, but I'd like to provide you with some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Sure, the ancient Covenant creates ancient soldier gear, but I fear she's out of sorts at the moment. Okay, that's, you know what, I don't care enough. I got too much stuff to do here. I'm also curious to see what she says about Terrytown too, as well. There's still a lot to go through, my god. Slowly but surely, we're getting through it.
At Purah's urging, South Akala Stable was built. It seems she gave the stable owners many sheep to celebrate the opening, so now the grounds are filled with them. There are more sheep than there are horses here. I have to wonder, why sheep?
Why not? Why not sheep?
The Shadow Hamlet is a secluded village where people prefer to live somewhat disconnected from the rest of society. Many in Hyrule do not even know this place exists. I at least knew the name, but I had no idea it would be like this. I came to warn the people here about the calamity, but they turned me away.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking about in one of the earlier streams about that specific thing. It's like, right, they did not care. They did not listen to her, even though she was trying to just warn them about potential dangers and whatnot too. Which is very tragic. Yeah, so get the one knocked out at the edge of Akala Stable, or the top of Akala Citadel, sorry. Then there's the one that I am rapidly approaching here. Full of guardians, I should say. Not great.
There are ruins scattered across Tauren Wetland. It would appear this place was once a settlement. I imagine the village may have been abandoned due to the inhospitable nature of the wetlands here. The soil is so damp that it would prove challenging to build on. A goddess statue stands alone in the center of a large basin here. The ground is loose due to water saturation. The surrounding area probably collapsed, leaving this space behind. Perhaps the goddess statue is enshrined here as a means of preventing further damage. Although, I wonder, is this place instead protected because of the goddess statue's presence?
Yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I would imagine. Oh, don't you dare tell me that we have to go all the way at the top of Akala Citadel. Oh my god, okay. That's gonna suck again. The cannons, okay.
The captain of Akala Citadel was quite proud to tell me how its defenses are even more fortified now, with the brand new cannons installed. He also detailed how the bridge at the entrance is a simple structure which can be quickly removed in case of enemy advancement. It's clear why the citadel is considered impregnable.
Except it wasn't, unfortunately.
This is the spring where Din, goddess of power, is worshipped. Once she was one of the three goddesses, alongside courage and wisdom, but it is said that faith in her dimmed due to power being seen as a symbol of the Demon King. The terrain around the spring is complex and covered with roughly chopped trees, suggesting this place was once used as a training site of some kind.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of, I think, based on the lore of the games and whatnot. This one is also quite sad as well, actually.
I come seeking help regarding this power that has been handed down over time. Prayer will awaken my power to seal Ganon away. Or so I've been told all my life. And yet, Grandmother heard them. The voices from the spirit realm. And Mother said her own power would develop within me. But I don't hear or feel anything. Father has told me time and time again, He always says, quit wasting your time playing at being a scholar. Curse you. I've spent every day of my life dedicated to praying. I've pleaded to the spirits tied to the ancient gods. And still the holy powers have proven deaf to my devotion. Please, just tell me. What is it? What's wrong with me?
This poor girl. This poor girl. Yeah, this is the Spring of Power from Skyward Sword. Just throwing that out there right now. I'm going to try to do the remaining ones around the bottom of the map here. So I think around the stables. There's 2 stables there, which I have an easy work point for. There's the one at the top of the Tuft Point, I think, as well. And then there's a bunch in Merlin, I think.
Merlin Stable. This area of vast green lands is home to people skilled in horse handling. Here, horseback archery is a popular pastime. Even Link has admiration for these people's talent in horsemanship.
Even Link has talent? Yeah, it's like, okay, well, that's fine. That sounds like an insult, but okay. Oh no, there's one on Eventide. Why? I think it's the best one in the game, but like... Still, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get to, though, is the problem.
Here at Lakeside Stable, the jungle is dense, and much of the land remains undeveloped. I'm confident that there are many new discoveries to be made in such a place. There are even rumors of an unidentified creature of some sort. But I hear the harsh weather conditions are such a deterrent that even researchers keen to learn more hesitate to travel here.
Is she talking about the Dondons? Because if so, I have some bad news for you. They aren't fucking here. And it's a shame, again, that Tears of the Kingdom is trying to fucking retcon this game. It makes me mad. I cannot explain why. It's not a rational thought, but it's just, it makes me mad. It makes me mad. Normally I'm fine with retcons for it, but it's just like, I don't know why it bothers me here. I cannot tell you. I could not tell you.
The cove here in Lurelin village is so lively with its many boats. Even before anyone recognized who I was treated with hospitality and warmth. The villagers served me a dish with an exquisite, vibrantly colored
Shut up,
fish.
Rivali.
You cannot find such a fish anywhere around the castle. Everyone here is so cheerful and kind. Spending time among them, I was able to forget the current hardships, even if momentarily. I'm told the houses of Lurelin village were built by shipwrights, so they're as sturdy as ships. Perhaps that is a tradition among fishing villages. The head of the village told me, however, that there are fewer and fewer shipwrights these days, and it may be challenging to rebuild if the existing homes were destroyed.
Yeah, boy, howdy do I know that for a fact. We had to do that in Tears of the Kingdom. Fortunately, I shouldn't be this aggressively salty about Tears of the Kingdom. I really feel bad about doing that specifically, but like, I just am so unbelievably frustrated.
Oh, the goddess statue of Lurelin village. Here she is worshipped as the guardian of fishing. She has been enshrined in this location to keep watch over the docks. The villagers provide offerings of their catches each day. I noted a rather large pile of fresh fish and crabs placed at her feet.
You know, the more and more I listen to Zelda's voice actor, the more and more I do realize that she sounds exactly like Lune. Like, from Clair Obscure. I'm just like, wait a second, hang on. It's the accent, of course it's the accent. Wait a second, hang on. I'm like, this sounds awfully familiar. It might also just because I've been listening to, you know, hours of her talk at this point, so...
Occasionally, while out fishing, the fishers will find treasure chests that have sunk into the ocean floor. They enjoy playing a game wherein they attempt to guess the chest's contents. Everyone who plays takes the game quite seriously,
Damn
as
straight.
the rules include that guessing correctly means that person keeps whatever is inside the chest.
Damn straight we take our gambling seriously. Of course. I swear, if there's some on-the-nose thing here about, oh, like, I have a bad feeling about this place or whatever, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I swear to God. Maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit too much, maybe I'm reading too much into things. You know what, I can understand that. I can understand that sentiment, I get it. In that may be true, yes. There are certain things that I just get annoyed at from a writing perspective. I'm having fun with this though, this has been a lot of fun, but it's just like... In fact, this has been one of the longest streams I've ever done, frankly, if not the longest. Okay game, please tell me about this cape.
Cape Cressia is commonly referred to as Demon King's Claw, but nobody seems to know the origin of that name. Areas where evil spirits gather occasionally experience unique topographical shifts. I find myself wondering if this is such a place.
Is the implication there that the topography changed due to Ganondorf? I think I knew about that one too, and I'm still upset about it, frankly. It's fine. I think it's interesting that it's like, oh hey, like, sure it's the Demon King's Claw. That's fine with me. All right. It feels like them trying to shoehorn things from Tears of the Kingdom into this game a little bit too much, in my opinion. It's just like, maybe this was the plan all along. I have no idea, frankly. I could never know, honestly. I don't begin to want to know or care at all. Okay, here's a hot take for you, right? I've been thinking, this thought just popped into my head. I feel like, you know, if Tears of the Kingdom stayed as a DLC, they wouldn't necessarily have had to come up with a unique story and have to rewrite everything in this game. It would have been fine. They would have been able to execute on all of their ideas, what have you. I feel like them including those details would have been fine if there was any sort of predisposition to it. Like any sort of previous hints to what this game set up for that. Maybe I'm completely wrong here. Oh, look at them. That's lovely.
Tuft Mountain is a destination for many mountaineers. It's also known as the Matchmaking Mountain. The custom is to climb in total silence, and upon reaching the top, pray as the sun dips below the horizon. I set out to climb the mountain myself, but I was stopped by Link, who observed how very steep it is. Personally, I feel he was being overly cautious.
I love it. Oh boy. Time to suffer through getting probably the worst one in the game here. I do suppose I never did actually go back to Eventide Island, did I? Unfortunately. Okay, cool. I'm not even on Eventide right now.
I convinced a fisher from Lurelin village to take me to Eventide Island by boat. I've heard this island served as a final training ground for monks. I wonder what kind of rigorous trial awaited them here. Now, however, the island is overrun by monsters. I had no choice but to abandon going ashore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably the right call. Oh, it's the rare white steed. It's Tim.
The area around Sanadin Park is a vast grassland, making it Hyrule's finest habitat for horses. The white horses of the royal family have been bred for generations, but I heard that the very first generation was born here. Apparently, there are still white horses around this area.
Tim. Love Tim. He's great. Thank you muchly. The white horse of Hyrule.
Be sure to take the time to soothe your mount. That's the only way it will know how you truly feel. Your advice was quite helpful, thank you. This little one and I are getting along quite well now. At first, I wasn't sure if I should outfit him with all of the royal gear. I thought maybe he should have to earn it first. But it works. He wears it like a true natural. I'm trying to be a bit more empathetic. Benefit of the doubt, you know? See that mountain? That's Mount Lanayru. It takes its name from the goddess of wisdom. Lanayru's decree is very specific. It says no one is allowed under the age of 17. For only the wise are permitted a place upon the mountain. I've prayed at the Spring of Courage and at the Spring of Power, yet neither awoke anything inside me. But maybe up there. Perhaps the Spring of Wisdom, the final of the three, will be the one. To be honest, I have no real reason to think that will be the case. But there's always the chance that the next moment will change everything. Tomorrow, is my 17th birthday. So then I shall go and make my way up the mountain.
And we shall see how that turned out, unfortunately. Very unfortunately. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to go to Hatena Village, because we have quite a number of things to do here. As you can probably see, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 memories that we can grab here.
Peace reigns supreme in Hateno village. It's easy to see why, with all the farmland. Yet they have little sense of the impending crisis of the calamity. Perhaps the best measure is to increase the number of soldiers at Fort Hateno. Or perhaps not. No. Instead, I should begin by speaking with the mayor about putting guards at the village entrance.
I mean, it's a very, very fortunate thing that they did, actually, you know, because Fort Hateno was one of the last stands, pretty much. Oh, the statue here. Yeah. This guy.
The horned statue. People have long detested it, obscuring its name to history. No one
Anathema
remembers
of the
its
village.
origin. Its face has a sad expression, almost as if it's saying it doesn't belong here. There is a sign out front that reads, Ventest Clothing Boutique, though this is partially covering the sign's original wording, East Wind. Inside the shop, traditional Hyrulean clothing and colorful Hateno-dyed modern clothing is lined up as if in competition with the other. Apparently, the current owner and their predecessor are at odds about differences in the shop's direction. I was pressed about which clothing was better, and promptly fled.
Okay, I do like that. It's Cece and Sophie. Like, that at least makes sense, I think, because Cece, like, I think Cece's an established character in the world. I don't know. Like,
The Kochi dye shop is considered without peer all across Hyrule. The owner, too, is without peer. I brought 5 garments here to have them dyed using the shop's special technique, and a unique royal blue color was achieved by taking extracts from a silent princess. I wonder if everyone will appreciate them.
And then I believe there's one more at the Ancient Tech Lab here. No, there's none actually. So there's 2 more here.
The founder of Hateno Pasture let me try a sample of food that was processed using milk. The subtle texture and mild flavor was so enjoyable that I couldn't stop myself from eating quite a bit of it. I asked to see the recipe, but unfortunately the handwriting was scrawled in such a way that I couldn't make out a single word.
I think cheese. I think she's talking about the cheese thing. I feel like I'm going to take on Kakariko and these last couple ones, and then I can do the last 2 memories and... Well, the second to last 2 memories, actually. There's one more, and then the... Yeah, okay. But then this is also a lighthouse, I think.
The mayor lamented struggling to find a buyer for this vacant home due to the distance from the village center. I do recall Pura wanting a place where she could devote herself to research without any prying eyes.
That's fair. Go for the Shika tribe. I don't see any around here. As you want to go see if it's true about the little girl? My mom says I shouldn't get too close to the research lab. Interesting. Oh, so those are the kids from... That's fun. Oh, this is the Broken Heart one. Okay. Right, so there's the normal heart one that's near Lurlin, and then the Broken Heart one which is near here, actually. Hello.
I've heard stories that if you want to cut ties with someone or something, chanting their name while crossing through the middle of the pond will do precisely that. The pond's shape resembles a heart, and I wonder if the path in the center was created as more and more people walked it, compacting the soil. I hope that malice never forms here.
Yeah, that would be very bad. Great fairy fountain.
Kotera is worshipped as the goddess of the land, and the villagers' offerings to her tend to be vegetables rather than rupees. It sounds like she's been less lively due to a decrease in rupee donations lately. Self-sufficiency is taking root in Kakariko village, so perhaps fewer people see the value in rupees.
Fair enough.
For generations, the Sheikah have lived in Kakariko village. The town has been their refuge ever since they were banished from Hyrule. Their advanced technology was viewed as a threat. The village itself is nestled in the mountains as an intentional hiding place. I imagine it feels as a haven to them.
Neat.
The people of Kakariko village cherish plum trees as a symbol of Sheikah history. Rejoicing that a dear friend had been blessed with a baby, Impa planted one such tree and ended up covered in mud in the process. It was her wish that her friend's child would end up healthy and happy.
Oh. Ah, wait. Huh? What are these guys?
This frog statue is the guardian of travelers, though I don't believe anyone knows why it's a frog specifically. It is fascinating that a group as technologically advanced as the Sheikah would still believe in such symbols of good fortune. Maybe it somehow relates to when the Sheikah splintered after a disagreement regarding the royal family. A symbol of hope to one day reunite, perhaps?
Frog. She's still a frog girly. I very much appreciate that, honestly.
Impa will be the next elder. I am thrilled to see her take up the mantle. At present, she is the royal advisor, however, and is responsible for the internal investigation of the divine beasts. As such, she implored the current elder to wait until her work with the investigation is complete, after which she will officially step into her new role.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, these are the fish that I think they bred, actually.
The researchers here are hard at work raising ornamental carp. They were inspired when they saw a beautiful fish called the mighty porgy that lives in the sea to the south. They tell me they're breeding rare carp that were born with mutations.
Okay, interesting. How many have we done so far? 114. So we still have like 11 more to go. Okay. In that case, I think we are good. We can finish it up here. And there are extraneous ones in Hiteno. There's a couple in Zoro's domain. There's a couple in Akala. There's a couple in Hyrule Field. Okay. I'm surprised there's not one here, actually. That would have been cool if there was one here, but also I understand. I do understand. I get it. I get it. Purifier Lake. Okay.
Purifier Lake is used for cleansing prior to visiting Mount Lanayru for worship. It is a very sacred place, so there are detailed steps which must be followed here. I cannot visit yet because I'm not old enough according to custom. That said, I have practiced the steps many times in preparation for when that time comes. I'm sure I will manage just fine, but perhaps I will practice just once more.
Okay. Please do not notice me. I beg of you. Please do not. That would very much not be appreciated. From your end of things, your perspective, of course, the fucking memory is right here, which is pretty great and pretty cool. Oh, fucking hell. You know what? I'm just gonna pause this. I'm just gonna pause it, frankly. Okay. Let's just play this memory and be done with it.
This is the spring where Nehru, goddess of wisdom, is worshipped. Those younger than 17 lack wisdom and are forbidden from entering the mountain. Today, all I can do is look up at it, but tomorrow, I climb Mount Lanayru. If my sealing power doesn't awaken... No, it will. I'm certain it will be fine.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... Well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
Nope. That doesn't seem great.
This is it then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you
Something
someplace
smash
safe.
the Demon King. I don't know. Sorry.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield, but there must be something I can do to help.
Alright, so we got a couple more things that we need to grab here. Let me take a look here. There's one in Fort Ateno, there's one at the beach here, I think. There's a couple in Zora's Domain that need to be done. There's a couple in Eldin that need to be done as well. And there's obviously the two in Hyrule Field as well.
The view from here is, as ever, unchanging. This place is one of the few I know that remains constant. Am I weak for feeling relief at that?
Not really, no. I think relief is pretty welcome here, honestly. All things considered.
We received a request from Daruk to move this stable, but it's a critical hub, offering refuge to travelers entering Death Mountain. It also houses the many rescue dogs here on standby in case something happens. With all that in mind, I don't see why he'd want to move it. I shall need to ask him for more information.
Oh yeah, that's right, he's scared of dogs too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Just beyond the moor of Death Mountain is a scorching region. The heat from the flow of lava can be intense. So intense, in fact, that it can take one's life should they fail to prepare accordingly. My bodyguards forbade me from going any farther. Yet it is my duty to keep a close watch on the divine beasts we will be fighting alongside. This mission proves to be exceedingly dangerous.
Yeah, imagine.
These stone monuments erected along this path detail the history of the Zora in King Dorofan's words. Thus far, only 3 have been made, but once the rest are completed, travelers will be able to learn even more about the Zora.
Oh, that's lovely. I wish there weren't combat music playing, but that's fine. Well, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with how this turned out, frankly. You know, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy in terms of revelations or stuff like that. I do generally like the tiny world building aspect of things too. I do think it's nice to get, you know, insight into kind of how the people of Hyrule lived before every single calamity that they've had to deal with under the sun, basically, because we never really got that. Even with Tears of the Kingdom, it was just like, hey, you know, Calamity Ganon, that's, you know, we know how you had to deal with that beforehand. It's, well, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with it again. But I think it's worth it, frankly. It's worth it to, you know, be able to do the story stuff in this game, to talk about the story stuff in this game, frankly, and, you know, it just, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Generally, it's just fun. Okay. Vah-Ruta.
Divine Beast Vah-Ruta is named after the Zora sage. I wonder if it was submerged in water by the King of Hyrule when the reservoir was made. In any case, I have heard that its trunk, capable of releasing vast amounts of water, lowered when Mipha approached. A clear invitation for her, almost as though it was an old friend.
Oh, that's lovely. So I believe this is the last non-major one that I wanted to touch on. Or the second to last one. The other non-major one is the one with the ancient tree stump, I think.
The Zora use Shatterback Point as an area to demonstrate their courage. I understand this was once a crowded and lively place. Many young people came to test their mettle. But ever
Rivali's
since
gale
Alionne
is
took
now
residence
Shut
in the
up,
mountain,
Rivali.
no
God.
one dares go near. No one except Sidon, I fear. Miva expressly told him not to go, but he got a look in his eye when she did.
I swear that's the second time that Sidon has... not Sidon. Rivali has very rudely interrupted. Believe that ancient tree stump is relatively easy to get to from the tower, and I think we should be good to get the final 2 things that I wanted to do for today. Actually, the four things.
In Hyrule, there are a number of large decaying trees that are likely over 1,000 years old. Not unlike this tree stump. There is a legend about this tree in particular. that says
God, there's so much going on, I'm so sorry.
I too sense something important from this tree.
Not now, Zelda,
Soon
good.
take place here, so I cannot wait to hear about their findings.
Okay, good. Oh, goodness gracious, okay.
In Hyrule, there are a number of large decaying trees that are likely over 1,000 years old. Not unlike this tree stump. There is a legend about this tree in particular that says it was inhabited by a dignitary spirit. I too sense something important from this tree. An archaeological survey will soon take place here, so I cannot wait to hear about their findings.
So this might have been an old Deku tree from, you know, a previous game or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but... eh. Alright, who's ready to be sad? Even more sad than this stream has been so far. Because, oh boy, I know that the last 2 memories here are sad. I don't know necessarily about the voice memories, but I was holding off on getting these last 2 until the very end of this whole thing. Oh, is this just the memory? Hang on. Not 100% true. No, it is definitely the bottomless swamp here.
I have heard that the giant fossil in Bottomless Swamp was once worshipped by cultists who considered it the Demon King from ancient times.
What?
It is said that their blasphemous words against the goddess summoned evil spirits, turning the water impure and changing the very shapes of the rocks to ominous forms. Now it serves as a den for monsters, so setting foot inside is not possible.
Wait, what the fuck? Hang on. I didn't expect this one to be so lore heavy. What? The giant fossil in Bottomless Swamp is once worshipped by cultists who consider it the Demon King from ancient times. What? Okay. I'm gonna have to think about that one. What the fuck? Okay. That's crazy. I guess I saved the best one for last, I suppose. Or one of the best ones for last. That was one of the things I was wondering, right? Because I have a picture, like a side-by-side comparison of the bottomless swamp in Breath of the Wild versus the bottomless lake in Tears of the Kingdom. It's crazy to see the glow up that this area, that area had, in particular.
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
Alright. All 12. Now if we go back to talk to Impa, then we will get the location of the last memory here. I think the memories themselves are very much a reinforcement of the fact that this was something that she desperately was trying. Every single thing. Like, every single thing that she was trying to do was revolving around this whole ancient calamity and prophecy and whatever. Like, it's just insane to think about. Oh well, you've returned. What is it? Why are you still... I guess it's raining. No, all 12 pictures already. You visited every place? Not every single place, but I suppose it's time. It will reveal the location of the final memory. Here's what happened. The little hop. Lady Zelda gave me specific instructions. She asked me to wait to show you this.
Yeah.
This is the final picture. Does it look familiar? From this village, you should be able to get there in a half day's time. Now go, child. Seek out what Lady Zelda has shown you.
Huh?
Ah, that's right. Now that you've seen some of the princess's memories, you must have started to remember certain things. Here, I will hand this over to you now before I forget. Oh! Right, okay, yeah. So, I forgot that we got it from this quest. I thought it was a DLC thing specifically. Hell yeah, the Champions Tunic. I'm so happy about that. That's so worth it though, honestly. So, I think the best way to go about doing this is by going to this thing here, getting the last memory in Fort Hateno, and then finding the last actual memory here. But yeah, everything that Zelda was trying to do in the past was specifically to prevent the calamity. Even the Guardian stuff, which I, like, even that, and her father didn't seem to understand this at the time, but like, even that was related to helping with the calamity and whatnot too.
Though it is a fort by name, Fort Hateno was originally a checkpoint for travelers. It's clear it hasn't been in use for some time. I can see areas where the structural integrity is in question. If we repair it now, while we are able, it may serve as an outpost for soldiers. It seems a useful repurposing as the calamity approaches.
The entire reason why Hateno Village was untouched by the calamity was specifically because of this fort. You can see how many freaking guardians were here. This was one of the last stands along with Akala Citadel. Like, it's no wonder that, like, Guardians weren't able to get to either Lurlin or Hateno, based on the fact that, like, Guardians were able to make it through here to this point. That's kind of crazy to me. Here we go. The best cutscene in the entire game. Well, it's not the best one. I think the memory number 12 is the best one, but this one is my favorite.
Link, save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run!
sword. So he can still be saved?
Princess!
Huh?
Princess, are you alright?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands.
And so Purah is one of the ones at the Shrine of Resurrection.
Link, you have recovered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle. It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
About that, yeah, I've already kind of done that. Sorry. I know how the other two Guardians turned into rocks, but that's pretty cool. That is all of the memories done, frankly. Every single one. That is not DLC specifically. All main 18 of them. We have the Champions Ballad one. I do not care for completing that. I've already done that once. I want to do something a little weird. How quickly do they regenerate health, out of curiosity? Oh, that's very fast. That is incredibly fast. Oh, good lord. How did you hit me? Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, fine. Fuck. Ow. Okay. It's back to full already. That's unfortunate. Why is it? Oh no. God. I swear, knowing the actual numbers now makes this all so much worse, frankly. This stream has gone far too long. We don't have a health bar specifically, okay. We don't have the specific numbers, that's fine. Cool. Alright, that's all I really needed to know for at this moment, currently. The actual numerical values for HP doesn't necessarily work with bosses. Okay, that's useful information to know. I need to easily get to a golden Lionel here, which is something I never thought in a million years I would ever say. Oh, did we miss out on the Blood Moon? Wait. That's hilarious if we did. 7,500 HP. That barely scratched the sword. That was the fucking Master Sword too. Good God. That is a fair amount of damage, thank goodness. Okay. Having the raw numbers I think does help actually. Oh god, these guys are so freaking strong. Okay, we got that somehow. We got that somehow. I don't know how. I'm genuinely shocked there. Never mind. Okay. I've made my point here. I don't keep meaning to be one more thingy, people, but like I am so curious about something. So 12, 16, 20. Oh my good god. He's back to full health. Oh god, no. This is what I mean though. This is really freaking hard. They regenerate health so freaking quickly, it's horrifying. Is he good? I think he's good. He's fine. He's fine. He's just hanging out in the background. Okay, that's really funny. Oh, his weapon broke. That's unfortunate. Oh my good lord. Okay.
It is my pleasure.
I need you to stop regenerating HP, please. Come on. Christ. Okay, he's down. He's finally down. Oh my god. I did not realize how quickly they regenerated health, to be honest. I knew it was fast, but I had no idea that it was that freaking fast. My god. I'm tapped out, frankly. This took a long time, but it was worth it. Oh god, I just like this took a lot out of me. Oh my goodness. It was absolutely worth it, but there's no way I could have done it yesterday. So I think it was the right call then to do this whole thing today. So, yeah. I am so tired. This is the longest stream I've done.
We'll make our way to Zora's domain. Divine Beast Varuta. Looks like it's stopped working. Let's investigate the situation. Miva's father. I believe he would like to hear more about her. The least we can do is visit him and offer him some closure. Although Ganon is gone for now, there is still so much more for us to do, and so many painful memories that we must bear. I believe in my heart that if all of us work together, we can restore Hyrule to its former glory. Perhaps even beyond, but it all must start with us. Let's be off. I can no longer hear the voice inside the sword. I suppose it would make sense if my power had dwindled over the past 100 years. I'm surprised to admit it, but I can accept that.